Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Speaker, I know that the leader and every member of this House will, I'm sure, join me in welcoming the news overnight of a ceasefire in Gaza. Let us hope and pray that it is as effective, comprehensive and long-lasting as possible. Back at home, Mr. Speaker, all one can say is that it has been another extraordinary week for the government, though possibly not in the way that it would have wanted. We've had the government's own anti-corruption minister being named herself for corruption by another country in the face of an international investigation into embezzlement of development and other funds. We've had the unusually unlovely sight of the Chancellor of the Exchequer in a desperate search for growth that's taken her to Beijing and back. Though with precious little result, it seems. The Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales said this week that stagflation, that toxic combination of recession and inflation, is now a live risk. Even the very, very modest GDP growth reported for November was below expectations. At some point, the government's current spending splurge will doubtless start to nudge growth upwards over the coming year. But in the meantime, we will have to look forward to the grim prospect of the national insurance changes in April and the horrors of the employment rights bill, which even by the government's own estimates will cost employers an extra £5 billion a year. So dire has the Chancellor's position become, Mr. Speaker, that she's been forced to ask Cabinet colleagues for ideas of growth. Given the galaxy of business talent around the Cabinet table, how can that possibly go wrong? Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has been forced not only to express full confidence in her, always a death knell, but to insist that she will remain in post for the full period of this government. Let's see how that works out. It's been extraordinary, in particular, to see her attacked by her own colleagues who have said, and I quote, "We're getting back to austerity in all but name." Luckily, the government was able to announce some good news this week in the form of the latest results of the National Wealth Fund, which has apparently generated more than 6,000 jobs and £1.6 billion in private investment over the last 6 months. Except that this announcement, Mr. Speaker, is, I am afraid, entirely disingenuous. As Lord Livermore said in a debate in the other House in October, the National Wealth Fund is in fact the UK infrastructure bank with a new name and a bit more capital. I know something about the UK infrastructure bank because I set it up when I was Financial Secretary to the Treasury in 2021. It has an absolutely world-class leadership team, and I'm not remotely surprised to see it doing so well. But the idea that its recent success is attributable to a Labour government that's done little more than rebrand it is an embarrassing joke. What has powered its success is good institutional design, a top team, tons of talented employees, and more than 4 years of hard work. One recalls the government's attempt to claim credit for £63 billion of international cash in the October Investment Summit. I know the leader is a strong believer in transparency and accountability, so I'm asking her now to have the Treasury give the House an update on what that cash, what form that investment has taken, how much it's been received, and where it is being spent. Frankly, it is more than doubtful that 3 months of post-election chaos in the government had any such effect in boosting investment, but we will see when the government publishes the numbers, as I'm sure it will. If it turns out that, like the so-called National Wealth Fund, if it turns out, as the National Wealth Fund has done, we will know that the Labour government is more than happy to take credit for some of the work of the last government at least, only provided it can put its own name on it.